You may have seen by now this story about a bar in Indianapolis, my beloved Indianapolis, called the Chatterbox, where a woman wearing a Trump hat was thrown out by the bartender. Watch.
I have a question.
No, we're not answering
Why?
questions. Get out of the bar.
Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
I know, but don't you guys want our money?
No, actually we don't. Get out of my bar right now.
You're not welcome.
I'm not around. Get out of my bar.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Out.
Because I'm wearing a Trump
Yes.
hat. That's wild.
I don't care. Get out.
We can call the police, or you can just leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
Oh, boo-hoo! Get out of my bar.
Yeah, that's messed up. And it's messed up for a whole host of reasons. First, since when is the left okay with discrimination? All we've ever been told is that the left is opposed to discrimination. Discrimination is wrong. We have to fight discrimination. Isn't that why we have DEI? And here, when told, hey, it's discrimination for not letting me in for who I voted for and a hat that I'm wearing, they laugh, they mock, they throw her out. I guess discrimination's now okay. Isn't that right, Chatterbox? And check out the violence.
I'm not around. Get out of my bar.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Out.
Bartender's grabbing the bat right there. I think that might be something that's worthy of looking at from the people of Indianapolis. I'm talking about the elected officials. I'm talking about the prosecutor. And this is the Indianapolis, you should know, that really believes that Indy serves all and Indy welcomes everyone. When Indiana passed RFRA, the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, under then Governor Mike Pence, oh my goodness, it was the worst thing in the world. Now, full disclosure, I was opposed to it. I thought it was a bad idea. What the left said is, you're bigots and you're discriminating, and this is awful. It makes Indiana look terrible. They put up these big signs that said, Indy welcomes all and Indy serves all. And they had these stickers. You see it right there. And they put it on the businesses, right in the front of the businesses. Indy serves all. Look, they even made t-shirts. They were so proud of this slogan. So, Indianapolis, what do you say now? Here is a bar not willing to allow Trump supporters into the bar. Does Indy still welcome all? Does Indy serve all? Or is Indianapolis this bigoted place because the left is fine with certain kinds of bigotry? You know, bigotry of the right people, politically and otherwise, that they deem are the right people to be opposed to. Now, I admit to you that I am the kind of conservative, libertarian leaning that says you can run your business any way you want. But I seem to be in the minority because the political left said you can't run your business any way you want. Masterpiece Cake Shop in Colorado was willing to sell a cake to a same-sex couple, but didn't want to decorate the cake. It really went against their religious beliefs. They weren't going to decorate a cake for a same-sex marriage. Colorado sued them. It went to the courts. They had to fight for their ability to say, no, we're not going to decorate the cake. And what did the political left say? Bake the cake. So, hey, Chatterbox, why don't you just serve the beer? You're the ones who wanted this world. You're the ones who believe in this world. You're the ones who were totally fine with people like Masterpiece Cake Shop getting ruined. Other bakeries, like ones in California, getting destroyed for their religious beliefs. They didn't want to decorate a cake, and you said bake the cake. Well, serve the beer. You don't like the Trump supporter? No one asked. No one cared. Serve the beer. And if you're upset by that, well, this is the world that the political left created. And yes, while I don't know the politics of the Chatterbox, I can guess by throwing out the Trump supporter, they're on the political left. The same people who tell us they're so loving and decent and kind, turns out not so much. They threaten with violence. They're okay with discrimination when they should follow their own practices and serve the damn beer. Speaking of, why is anybody serving Chatterbox? I mean, I'm just following their rules to their end logical conclusion, right? We were told that it's okay if a website is bigoted because they're talking about things you don't like. You can take them offline. So why does Yelp still allow reviews of the Chatterbox? Why does their bank still bank with them. When this story goes national, I wonder if Yelp will still allow reviews of the Chatterbox. Oh, no. I'm not saying they might shut them down because people will write a bad review, but why is Yelp allowing Chatterbox to be on their service? Why would you allow bigots to be on your service? They're clearly bigots. Look how they discriminate, and they discriminate with acts of violence and intimidation. As a matter of fact, why would anybody be their bank? I don't know who the bank of the Chatterbox is, but why would you bank these bigots? I don't know who does their credit card processing, but why would you do credit card processing for these bigots? As a matter of fact, who's the landlord that owns the building that the Chatterbox is in? Why would you rent to these bigots, these people who openly discriminate, openly engage in acts of intimidation, and do so while they laugh? Don't get angry with me. You all set the rules. You set the rules for this bigotry. You are the ones who said this is the way you treat people you disagree with. By the way, no one on the political right was threatening this bartender with a baseball bat. No one. And this brings us back to Indianapolis. What statement will we get from Mayor Joe Hogsett? Now, the mayor's got his own problems. He allowed sexual impropriety to happen in his workplace under his nose from his then deputy mayor, his chief of staff. That guy was then taken out of office, given a cushy legal job, and then was brought back to help the mayor win a third term, even though it was known he was involved in the sexual impropriety. He claims to have done an investigation, but we haven't seen the investigation. He won't show us. Oh, there are real problems in Indianapolis with the leadership here. The Democrat-led city county council, I wonder what they'll say. I mean, these are the people who want to write Black Lives Matter in the streets of Indianapolis to prove how much they care. Well, show us how much you care. Denounce the Chatterbox for their bigotry and for their discrimination. I mean, do you get to have a business license in Indianapolis if you're involved in discrimination? I don't know. I'm pretty sure some lawyers are going to ask some questions, though. Don't you, City County Council? Don't you, Mayor Joe Hogsett? This might be something you want to get in front of, because this is something that's coming to you. Bigotry in Indianapolis, we were told, would not be tolerated because Indy serves all. So prove it. Tell the Chatterbox they have to serve all. You said Indianapolis welcomes all. Prove it. Tell the Chatterbox that Indianapolis welcomes all. And do it today. Show us the way. Show us that your words were not just empty sloganeering, but serious about how this city wants to act and wants to be and wants to live. Show the country how great Indianapolis is, that when we say we don't allow discrimination, we mean it. As for the Chatterbox, again, I'll say I'm a believer that you should be able to say no to anybody. You should be able to refuse service for any reason. That's actual freedom. But you guys don't believe it. So I'm sorry, you don't get to play by my rules. You have to play by yours. Throwing out Trump supporters? Well, that's just not going to work out well. Your bigotry is noted. The Chatterbox believes in discrimination. The Chatterbox is bigoted. The Chatterbox believes in violence. Now you know. Indianapolis is actually an excellent city, guys. It's a fantastic place, and you should come visit. I mean, don't go to the Chatterbox, please. There are good bars here, but it's a great city. I hope you'll come by and check it out. I'll give you a tour. Oh, and Chatterbox, serve the beer. I'm Tony Katz.